Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca Gabriel. Welcome to my YouTube channel Living with Spice. I'm going to be doing a general card reading for Aries, and this is for the week of the 25th through to the 31st of January. So Aries, as you know, it's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody's situation, so just take the parts and apply that to your life in the areas that make sense for you. I'm sure that if you've been directed to the channel, the Divine has a special message for you to help you on your way. So let's get into the reading, Aries, to see what is coming up for you in the week coming. So Aries, thank you for joining us for your card reading, and this is for the week of the 25th through to the 31st of January. All right, thank you, Spirit. What have we got? What message do you have for Aries? Thank you, Spirit. Very interesting. All right, so we're starting off the week with knowing that you've got a decision to make around something, Two of Swords. So you're in your head, you're thinking about the pathway ahead of you. You've got some choices that have been presented to you, Aries. So you are feeling a little bit of a loss in terms of having enough information around this situation, but you're open to gathering more research, being open to the possibilities of taking path A or B. You're in this space of thinking about option A, option B. What information do you know? What is the potential outcome if you go down that pathway or that pathway? But definitely you realise you need to do a little bit more thinking and getting a little bit more research around the situation. Now it's interesting, we've got the Lovers card here. And I am sensing that this is more about wanting to have the pleasures of life, thinking about the future in terms of what are your options going to give you in terms of ticking your boxes around what you're most passionate about and what you want your life to provide you. So if you're seeking a pathway that's going to give you abundance in the future, I'm sensing that this is what is on your mind. How can you best enjoy life? How can you set your life up to enjoy your partner in life so that life is pleasurable? So I'm feeling that for some of you, you're very much considering some choices around what you're passionate about, who you're passionate about, what the future's going to look like. This is really important to you. You are, you're very open to ideas, considering the possibilities, trying to keep your energy open as to how this is going to unfold for you. Now, the Queen of Wands energy, I'm saying that this is your energy. Don't worry if it's male or female here. This is about being really in tune with your intuition, really using your ability to communicate and build rapport with people in order to take action that's going to serve you, because you are very much about your purpose and about what it is that you want to achieve. So you are very clear about what it is that you want, and you are really looking at how you can use your influence in a positive way to get what you want. Again, I'm feeling that you're really thinking about your abundance for the future and how things could potentially be. So this is followed by the Seven of Cups, which is all about your options and your choices and what's going to serve you at the end of the day, what's going to make you happy. So you are looking into your feelings, you're trying to examine how you feel about things, looking at the options around you at the moment. So you're spending a little bit of time reflecting, going within, and yeah, very much pondering what your options are. Now, I feel that this is such an interesting reading because there's something you're definitely working on here at the moment. It's followed by the Eight of Wands, which is a period of a lot of activity, a lot of communication, putting ideas out there. Yeah, a lot of things that you're feeling that you need to attend to. It may be that you're speaking with a lot of people. You're having conversations around the future and what potentially can happen. So we've got this real focus on way out there. So what does that mean and what does that look like for you? So yeah, I feel like you're exploring your options for sure. Yeah, because what you want at the end of the day is the Ten of Pentacles. You want stability, security, abundance. The Ten of Pentacles also focuses on a solid foundation for a family life, harmonious relationships. And, you know, the person pictured here, I see that as perhaps you in years to come, in terms of you're the person that's created this stability, financial stability. So you're very much projecting or imagining, envisioning your future and how this is going to be and the steps that you need to take, the choices that are available to you. Are they going to bring meaning? Are they going to bring stability, financial security? Because at the moment, you know that you need to be very careful with your pentacles and your finances. So you're really weighing up your options. So if you are examining a business offer, a project, a job situation, you're weighing up the pros and cons of this situation. Is it going to serve you? Is it going to give you what you need? Are you going to be able to grow your money, save your money? Yeah. Yeah. And so then now we're into the Queen of Swords, and now this is now really being strategic about your plans going forward, being very careful with your communication, being very strategic in your communication, planning, looking ahead, planning, not jumping too fast, but sort of discerning what you're going to say, how you're going to say, and not necessarily saying everything. And that's what I mean by being strategic. So you're very much about using your intuition, playing the game here in order to get what it is that you want. So you are definitely strategizing here. And then we have the Princess of Cups. So I believe someone makes an offer to you. Not a grand offer, it's the Princess of Cups offer. So this is an offer that comes in a little while. Gosh, it says autumn here to me. So it may take a little bit of negotiation here, a little bit of time for negotiation. I'm not sensing the need to rush this. The Princess of Cups, you know, if it's an autumn thing, it may be in a couple of months. In the Southern Hemisphere, that's what it is here. But either way, it is still an offer. And I feel that the offer will, let's just hold that for a second. I feel the offer will give you some sense of stability and be like a starting point for building a foundation. So the princess's feet are firmly fixed on the ground here. I feel like it's a solid start for something to grow. But just make sure that you, okay, now I've got cards flying. Just make sure that you understand everything about this offer, because her eyes are closed. So we want to make sure that all information is put on the table, rather than, you know, you or the other party sort of not disclosing all information. So be very careful about that. If you're not sure, ask. And do keep your eyes and ears open for what you can't see around this offer. Okay, what else do we have for Aries? Thank you. I feel like there needs to be more information around this. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else for Aries for this week? We've got the Two of Wands, so yeah, you definitely need to make a choice here. So we know that you're thinking about it, but then at some point you need to take some action just to get the ball rolling here. So you're looking ahead and you're just wondering at the moment. You haven't taken any action yet, but you are looking at what the potential choices are. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Aries? So looking to the future to see how this could potentially turn out is what you're doing, Aries. So it is going to require you to, we've got the High Priestess card, it is going to require you to trust your intuition. And sometimes we don't get all of the information in the physical sense, in the 3D, which is what I was sensing here, that you don't have all the information. So you're going to have to trust your intuition, because sometimes, you know, when we're looking ahead, it's not possible to have all of the answers to be 100% certain, but you are going to need to trust your intuition. So ask your higher self, ask God, ask the divine for some guidance here to help you with information, or that gut feeling, you know, to help you with your decision making. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Aries? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, what else do we have? Oh. Okay, so this is interesting twist on the situation. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Swords card, which kind of lets us know that maybe something doesn't turn quite out. It doesn't turn or go in the direction that you think it will. So the Ten of Swords means the end of a conversation, the end of a cycle, and it does look a little disappointing, and it's followed by the Four of Cups here, which is, you know, an emotional disappointment where something hasn't quite worked out. It's not, you know, a done deal, because we've got, even though the Three of Cups hasn't worked out, we've got, you know, still a cup up here, but you're kind of at the moment focusing on what hasn't worked. So yeah, it's not a death card in that, you know, absolutely nothing, but it is perhaps what was being presented wasn't quite everything that you needed it to be. So it may be that you're going back to the drawing board. So the Eight of Cups that also came out afterwards, this is you not seeing that there's going to be an emotional fulfillment here, that it's going to tick your boxes in terms of the way you thought it would, but you're perhaps a little bit blinded because you're not seeing that you've got a stream of water here that could potentially fill all of these cups. You're not seeing the opportunity of how this could potentially, so perhaps you're being a little restrictive in the way you're seeing the situation. Yeah, and the Four of Cups tells me the same, because you're dwelling on something that you think should be there, but you're not seeing the cup here at the top. And in the Eight of Cups, it's just that message accentuated even further. You're trying to climb a steep hill here, but you're not looking, you're blinded, you're not seeing what is down here. And the potential, I'm sensing the potential flow of income and the growth opportunity, but instead you're choosing to climb a hill that looks incredibly difficult and no vision of where it's going, which just kind of means that you're missing an opportunity here. So I feel that maybe you do need to go back to the drawing board and reconsider the situation so that you're not missing out on something here. Aries, this could be an important part of the process here for you. You're feeling a little defeated. I'm not sure why. I just feel that I'm getting the sense you need to re-examine this, because it may not be what you think it is. Maybe you are not seeing the potential. All right, Spirit, what else? What other advice do you have for Aries at this time? Thank you. So you're wanting to do things by the book here. You're wanting to do things sequentially, logically, in order. Okay, let's get a little bit more about that. And it may be that because you're choosing to take that approach, you're not seeing everything. And this is why the High Priestess card came out. You've got to trust your intuition. You're not, and maybe that's something that you're not doing. So this card is about, you know, going by the rules, social rules, conformity. Law of abundance, laws of abundance, karma, attraction. There's a time to learn about the laws of nature, law of attraction and karma, a time to conform to them rather than being a rebel. So the guidance around this card here, Aries, is that maybe you're a stickler for the rules, but what it's asking you to do this time is to... hang on a minute. It may be that, sorry, the opposite of that. It may be that you are a little bit of a rebel and you it's more about my way or the highway kind of energy, Aries, which is actually a bit of a characteristic of the Aries. And this time around, Spirit is saying, well, hang on a minute. This time you need to actually do things by the book and submit to structure and follow the rules and let go of a little bit of resistance here. You have a tendency to want to have control over everything in order to feel safe about your choices and control the outcome. But this time round, you don't have all of the answers. And I'm feeling like you're missing an opportunity for abundance. And so instead of wanting it all your way, it may be that you need to conform a little bit and consider submitting to standard procedure is what I'm feeling. So yeah, you've got to be careful. Open your eyes and kind of go with the flow so that it's easier for you to go by the book instead of insisting that it needs to go your way. That's what I'm sensing. Now, Spirit is saying you can expect a return on your investment, and this is what I'm seeing here. That flow of water in those cups is a potential abundance which you may miss out on if you don't see the opportunity here. Yeah. You don't need to reinvent the wheel to be successful. You don't need to have it all your own way and to have it geared exactly the way you want it. This is about, you know, probably a little bit about collaborating and compromising here too. Observe what is in place at the moment in terms of structures and what's already working rather than try to change everything. Yeah. Your creative projects and commitment to prosperity are in alignment with the needs of the world, okay, others. But your impatience, Aries, may tempt you to cut corners to get there more quickly. This is your desire, Aries, to do things your way. And I think that's what Spirit is saying. Be careful of that because you're going to cut your nose off to spite yourself, you know. Stick with what works and you are going to attract abundance. But if you try to have everything your way and to do something, you know, really far out there, you're going to miss out on this opportunity. You know, things will shut down and you'll end up missing the opportunity. So, yeah, you need to sort of trust in Divine's guidance rather than trust in you having everything perfectly laid out. Yeah, and if you are wanting to, if you are resisting being told what to do, that it has to be a certain way, you may want to rethink that and just give yourself a chance to observe what is going on, because compromise may be what is needed in this situation, Aries. How interesting is that? Okay. So I'm going to pull a card from the Quantum Oracle deck. What else does Aries need to know? Thank you, Spirit. What an interesting reading. There's a lot going on here. What are you doing? All right, thank you, Spirit. Oh, we had one flip over here. Family, friends, and guides. Oh, okay. So Spirit is with you, probably guiding you around this particular situation. So again, it's about you listening to your higher self, listening to the divine to get the guidance, to get the answers. This is one of those times where perhaps you need to step out of your logic brain for a change. So this is the card. Yeah. So you're receiving inspiration and support through the spirit realm, and you're going to have a family member who's in spirit, who's actually going to be helping you, or it could be in the 3D, someone who is still with you. Someone who can help you professionally is going to turn up to guide you on this decision. So don't assume or put limits on what these people or spirit is offering you in terms of advice. Don't think that you have all the answers and that you know everything, Aries. Because they may be able to bring you some information that you don't realise, that and information that you don't have access to. There's something going on in your life where you definitely need the advice of spirit, and I'm really sensing that you've got to sort of be open to that rather than feel that you have to have all of the answers and everything has to go your way. So, you know, in the matters where you're not 100% sure, go get your information, okay? Go do the research. Go and ask somebody that you know has got this information. Be open to trusting your gut around this. And I say that because Spirit often talks to us through our intuition. Yeah. Yeah, so definitely it's about you being open to guidance and to information. Yeah, good. Okay. I hope we've covered that. All right, I'm going to, I think that's a really, really important reading with some really beautiful advice there for you. Just to finish off, Aries, because I do feel like it's an important reading for you. I'm going to pull a card from the Spirit Messages deck for you. Thank you, Spirit. Do we have one last bit of advice for Aries at this time? Well, that wasn't what I was expecting. We've got a message, a card here called the Animal Kingdom. Animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us. They've been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you that will open your heart and your soul. And I do feel that this is very much about you opening yourself to other possibilities. So with the Lovers card here, I really felt that that's, you know, your desire to create something that's going to bring you pleasure and abundance in this life. And, you know, the animal kingdom helps us to connect in many ways with what we want in this 3D world. Just a little bit more advice around that. Thank you, Spirit. Interesting, Aries. Have you been thinking about getting a pet or an animal recently? Maybe you've been considering working with animals, helping to take care of animals. Yeah. It's interesting because if this has come up for you recently, Aries, it may be that an animal that enters your life right now is going to really help you to open your heart and mind. If you're someone who's very typically in your head, having an animal come into your life is such a precious gift because they don't hold back. They just show unconditional love. And maybe this is something that's going to encourage you to spend more time in your heart and encourage you to play and live life and enjoy life, which is what I saw through the Lovers card and the 10 of Pentacles, which is all about enjoying life, enjoying family. So for some of you, Aries, this is maybe exactly what you've been thinking about recently. Yeah, it's funny. It's a little bit like having children in your life. They teach you so much, and they make you aware of things that perhaps you were not aware of without them. Yeah. Yeah, so Spirit is saying that there's a potential here for, if you are considering working with animals or getting a pet, they could be your teacher and your healer. And that beautiful lessons may await you, a beautiful love connection with them. Wow, so that's going to resonate with some of you, I am sure. Well, Aries, that is your reading for the 25th through to the 31st of January. Aries, what an interesting reading you have for this week. Yeah, there's some very important messages in there, and I do encourage you to re-watch the videos so that you get all of the messages here. Certainly you are considering your options going forward around how you're going to create stability and abundance in your life, and being strategic about it. And when you get that offer, it's so important to listen to your intuition and go to Spirit for guidance, okay? So you don't miss an opportunity, because there is an opportunity here for abundance that, you know, you don't want to miss out on this. You don't want to miss out on filling up all those cups. So Aries, I'm going to leave the reading at that. If it has resonated and has been helpful to you, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I encourage you to do that. Click on the notification bell, and by all means, let people know about Living with Spice. The divine is here to help you with your life. All right, Aries, take care. Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye now.